Hey everybody, it's Corey here with the TTC waiting game. I know I've been out of commission for a while. Sorry for the lighting. My computer sucks. And I apologize. I'm also sick. Um, been kind of a crazy couple months. A lot's been going on. Um, this uh, Mother's Day that just passed marked the 1 year day. The 1 year date of when I had miscarried. Um, And because I'm so irregular with my periods, I hadn't got my period when I was supposed to. I was supposed to get it on the 8th, and come Mother's Day, I still hadn't gotten it, and I was going to test, but I was too scared. I didn't want to test on Mother's Day, and ruin what, was a good day, with my daughter. Um, So today is the 23rd. I It's about 8:06 in the morning. Um, and I haven't gone to the store yet. Like I've said in previous videos, I do cheapies first, only because, as a lot of you ladies can relate after trying, going on, it's been over 5 years that my husband and I have been trying to conceive. So buying expensive pregnancy tests every month, obviously it gets expensive, so I do cheapies first. Um, if it comes out negative, I will wait about a week to see if I get my period. If I still don't get it, then I'll usually go and get like a first response, and stuff like that. I usually start with the cheapies only because obviously, it's only $1 from the dollar store. But I've been sick, which sucks. I went to the doctors. I tried just, drinking ginger ale, gargling with warm salt water. I had a really, really horrible sore throat. Was coughing. It was awful. So I finally went to the doctors. When he was getting ready to prescribe me, the medicine, I told him I don't know if I'm pregnant. I haven't tested yet. I don't want any medication that could, possibly, you know, be bad if I am. So he said okay and gave me, he put me on the Z-Pack, he said, which is perfectly safe. It'll help get rid of the cold. And just an inhaler just to help because I cough so much. Um, but yeah, and what's funny is, like, when I found out I was pregnant last year, um, like a week before I took the first test, I actually had about 3 nights in a row where I had a dream, same dream, about there being a new baby in my life, and I was like, that's really weird. And I found out I was pregnant, and over the course of the 5 years we've tried, I've never dreamt, with a baby in my dream. And then about 2 nights ago, I had the exact same dream that I had last year before I found out I was pregnant. So I'm like, oh, was it like a sign? And it's so hard to say. I don't want to get my hopes up because, for all of us that have tried, even if you've only tried for a couple months, people that have tried for years, it's still the same. You still get anxious and want to be pregnant. And I'm sorry about the background noise. We rescued a kitten. We've had her about 2 weeks. She's 11 weeks old now. When we got her, actually I found her on Craigslist. The woman that had her took her from a friend, said she was too high strung, and was just going to throw her outside and let her fend for herself. So my husband and I went and got her. So she is our third cat, our third and final. I no longer allow myself to go on Craigslist, even just to browse and look, because I feel bad for every animal that needs a new home. So that's about it. And I've talked to my husband, about the whole pregnancy thing. And we live in a nice, it's a good size two bedroom apartment. And it's him and I and our daughter, which is his child from a previous relationship. Um, because where he works right here is a good location to be. It's a great school. He's close to work. We're, we're in an area where it's country-ish, but if you go a few minutes in either direction, you're, in a nice big town, or, a nice quote-unquote city where I'm surrounded by everything. So I don't have to drive very far to go anywhere. And we don't want to buy a house right now. He's just finishing up school. I'm still in school. Thankfully, I do it online. And I do the stay-at-home thing. So somebody's here because he leaves so early and doesn't come home until late. So I stay home to get our daughter on the bus in the morning. Gives me time to pick up the house and, run the errands and get her off the bus and all that stuff. So him and I discussed, if I was to get pregnant, because we're going to stay for at least another year or two, if longer, depending on how things play out. So we discussed, how we would work that, if I was to get pregnant, how we would have things set up. And it was funny because you can tell we're so determined, because we were like, oh, we'll get rid of that dresser. We don't need that dresser, and we'll do this and this. So we really want to, I so badly want to get pregnant. When my grandmother got pregnant with my mom and my aunts, her first child she had at 18. My mom, she had her when she was 20. And my mom got pregnant with me when she was 19. And then when I was born, she turned 20, like, shortly, right, a few months after. And, my other aunt had my cousin when she was 23. So everybody, early 20s. And so now that I'm 25, and I know 25 is still really young, and I'll be 26 this year, I want to be pregnant now before I hit 30. I'm not saying waiting until you're 30 or older is a bad thing. It gives you time to, enjoy life and to live it, and, maybe people just feel like they're more prepared once they've hit their 30s. I want to be, still in my 20s and be pregnant, because I want to be around for a long, long time to be here, especially, even with our daughter, even though she's from a previous relationship. When I got with my husband, I was, we got together in 06. So I just turned 20 when him and I got together. She was 10 months old. So what's funny is, when she was born, I was 19 and turned 20 that year, just like my mother. So I thought that was cool. But, and when we got pregnant last year, we had told her, she was so excited. She's always wanted to be a big sister, and, wants a little brother or sister. So, she was just as upset when we had to, finally tell her, that we weren't going to have the baby, to try to explain to her the best that we could. She's 6, was 5 at the time, to try to explain to her why, mommy wasn't going to have the baby. And she was really upset, and she, she took it like a trooper, and she still asks, like, for this past Christmas, she said all she wanted was to have a baby brother or sister. And it's so heartbreaking, because, we've tried for so long and really want to make this work. But in about 45 minutes, I'm going to run over to the dollar store, because they don't open until 9. So I'll grab a cheapy test. I'll test. I don't know if I'm going to do the video when I test, only because I've been, emotional lately and I'm sick. So I don't want to have any issues while I'm taking a video. So I'll just grab a test. Again, I don't know if I'll video it or not. And then I'll hop back on a video and say what did or didn't happen. So I'll see you guys in about an hour or so. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.